Hi, everybody. I'm sorry for the delay. So usually when Dave would call me like the past 2 weeks, I'd use my really good computer, but then something would go wrong, so I'd have to switch to my old computer. So today I decided to go with my old computer, but the voice, I guess the microphone isn't working all that well today. So I do apologize for the wait, but thank you for your patience as always. Oh, right. I forgot to tell Dave. I'm going to have to remind him and I'll message them. But this is actually I won't be live next week as I'm traveling next week. So this is the last day until, the New Year? Is it the New Year? I can't remember when New Year's is. Anyways, so before I forget, Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah and Happy Holidays to whatever you celebrate, whatever you believe. Winter solstice is coming up on December 21st. And for those of you that don't know, not only is this I love winter solstice. I think it's actually a really cool time. But for me, I've always forgotten when it was exactly. So I'd always miss celebrating it. But I get to celebrate it this year. But what's really cool about this year is there's a full moon at the same time. So this is an incredibly special winter solstice. I found out, I wanted to do some research. I was teaching a class about winter solstice and everything. And I have a course called 52 Weeks with Sarah Manning. And I teach a different thing every week. And this week I decided, hey, I'm going to learn about some winter solstice. So they're going to learn about winter solstice. And what I found out was since they started recording, keeping track of moons and dates, since 1793, there's only been 10 full moons on winter solstice. So I think that it is so cool that we get to have a full moon in our winter solstice this year. So do something special. It's about, releasing actually, the other thing I found out was back in ancient days or ancient times, however you want to word it, this was actually their new year. And the reason why is because on December 21st, so this year it's December 21st, it's usually on the 21st or 22nd, but this year, thanks, Dave. This year, so it's on the 21st, and oh man, I totally had something I was going to say and I can't remember what it was. Well, it must not have been very important. Sorry, my dogs are coming in and out. What I was going to remind you, yeah, that's what New Year's. So usually they celebrated New Year's now because the 21st is the shortest day of the year, and then they continually get longer. But when the Romans came in, they changed it to January 21st. Or January 1st, 21st. So I thought that was really interesting to learn. That's one of the reasons why I love teaching, because not only do you guys learn stuff, but I learn stuff. So I'm excited to say that we have oh wow, look at all the A's. April in Anniston, Alabama. Hi, April.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good.
That's good. You sound nervous. Don't be nervous. It's okay. If you're nervous, that's okay. I understand. It's a little interesting. Hey, is this the first time you've ever had a connection from a psychic medium before?
Yeah.
Okay, totally get the nerves. It's okay. So as I was shuffling your cards, one of them just flew out, and that always happens to me. So I just have to go get it. 1 second. Okay, so we have the slow and steady card. Excuse me. April, do you have a hard time really expressing yourself emotionally and your truths and everything? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. No judgment. I have had to work really hard at doing that, and I totally understand that. How I knew that was as soon as I connect to you, I have a hard, that's why I was coughing, because it was oh man, it's hard to get things out. But this is what I want to remind you, is that everything you say and every viewpoint that you have is valid because it's yours. You don't need validation from anybody or anything because you have way more worth than what you believe. But remember, there's people in your life that would miss you terribly if something happened. And, you know, they would, and it's interesting because I'm like, even as I say that, I feel like you deal a lot with not only anxiety, but you feel a lot like you are alone. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, if I say anything that doesn't make sense to you, go ahead and tell me. That's okay. I'll just like try to explain it better. I'm okay with with that. But I want to go back to the slow and steady card because I want to remind you that change happens in small increments. It doesn't happen overnight. We have to build for that. Now, as I say, it doesn't happen overnight. Some people are like, oh, but I changed overnight. And it's like, okay, you may have had a massive shift overnight, but the steps to get there were the slow and steady thing. And it's interesting because I keep wanting to remind you, sorry, April. April, do you like... It's interesting because I keep wanting to say, like, you've tried affirmations and you've tried affirmations and manifestations, but it feels like they never work for you. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It does.
Okay. The reason why they aren't working for you, and I put that in quotations because I want to remind you that affirmations and manifestation does, but if you don't feel worthy of those things, they're not going to come forward. And since you don't have a lot of value for yourself, even your own voice, that can be why that those manifestations and those affirmations that you're trying don't work. So there's not really a trick, but the key to making, let's start with affirmations. The key to making affirmations work is let's say you're standing in the mirror and you're looking at yourself and you're like, April, you are beautiful. And you say that to yourself, but there's a thought in your mind that goes, oh God, who are you kidding? Look at your pudgy cheeks. Look at these wrinkles. Like, who are you kidding? You are totally not beautiful. You have to address that so-called truth and belief. You have to go, you know, that's my fear talking. And that's what I've been taught to believe by other people about myself. But I choose to believe that I am here for a reason and for a purpose, and that I am a beautiful person because everybody on this earth is beautiful and everybody has a reason to be here. And I really want to remind you of that. And I really want you to understand that nobody is an accident and nobody is a mistake. So, like, does that all make sense to you so far?
Yes, it really does.
Okay, good. I'm so glad. Now, the thing with manifestation is it's the same kind of thing. Now, listen, April, I want you to know that you are totally not alone in this journey. Before I actually got ready to do the radio show, I was actually working on manifesting and attracting as well. And it's something that I think that's always a work in progress. So when you're manifesting something, you also have to believe that it's already existing. You're simply going to tap into it. I think the best example I have ever heard about how to tap into manifesting stuff is every desire that you have, every dream, every goal that you have is been given to you by the divine. Or the universe. So what that means is it's already existing. It's already there. You simply have to raise your vibration enough to unlock the key to bring it into your reality, or I guess unlock the lock to bring it into your reality. Like if you think of all your desires as they're sitting in a bank account, and the code to unlock it, to make it your reality, is a tune or a song or a vibration, that's where you have to get. You have to get to starting to vibrate enough and high enough to unlock those desires. So instead of going, I wish I had this, I wish I had this, start going, universe, I don't know how this is going to happen. And I don't know how this is going to become my reality, but I believe that X, Y, and Z are on their way to me. And every time your ego starts going, April, who are you kidding? You can't have that. That's where you go, okay, that's a funny thought. Where did this come from? Who taught me this? Is this actually my truth, or do I get to release it? And then you have the choice as to if you want to let it go, or so you have to let it go. But to let it go, you have to heal it, and you also have to give yourself a new truth. Does that all make sense? Does that all help you?
Yes, it really does.
Awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Remember, as the card says, it might be a slow process, but it is steady, and you can change your reality. And the other thing I want to remind you is when it looks like your goal is not going to become a reality, that is when it is the utmost important to believe that you're worthy, because that's true faith. When you're like, I don't know how this is going to happen. Oh my God, it has one day more to happen, but I just trust that the universe didn't give me this goal and desire for nothing. Okay. So that's everything I have for you. I hope it helps you on your journey, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It really did.
You're welcome, April. You're so welcome. Take care and Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
All right, so hey, we have an Edmontonian. We have Cynthia. Hi, Cynthia. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I am doing fantastic, thank you. How's Alberta and Edmonton?
You know what? It's actually really warm for this time of year, so it's nice.
I know. I honestly, I still have family up in the area, and my husband posted a picture on the weekend of us having Smokies, and he was like, haha, Alberta, look at BC in December, we're having a fire in Smokies, and everybody commented, still nice here, buddy, too bad. It's funny. Cynthia, I do have a card that's fallen out for you, but has your dad passed?
No.
Oh, okay. No, that's okay. I just have a really strong male figure here for you. Would that be your grandfather on your dad's side? Did you know him?
I did know him, yes.
Okay. Was he a very down to earth, honestly, I want to say farmer kind of guy, just salt of the earth?
Yep.
Oh, that makes sense for him? Okay, perfect. And he shows himself as a taller man. Is he a bit of a taller man?
I think so. I'm pretty short, so I consider a lot of people tall.
Okay, and that's perfect, because what loved ones do is they deal with signs and symbols. So what that means is they kind of look at your memory bank and they're like, ooh, how is she going to refer to me? Or how is she going to remember me? And I'm 5'8", so I consider anything above 5'8" tall. Does that make sense for you?
Yes.
Awesome. He must have been really handy, because I smell WD-40.
I'm not. However, I do have Tiger Balm on right now.
Oh, is it a really spicy, weird smell?
Pardon me?
Is it a really spicy, weird, chemically smell? I'm not even sure. I know my mom used it for ages ago, but I don't remember what it smelled like. It just smells really funny.
Yes. It's definitely a spicy smell.
Oh, okay. Okay, awesome. It's interesting because I keep telling him, I'm like, okay, we don't have a lot of time. What do you want to say? And it's interesting because, Cynthia, I feel like you're more intuitive and connecting more than you give yourself credit for. Would you agree? Okay.
I agree, yes.
Because your grandfather's honestly, your grandfather's like, I don't need to pass messages on to you. I just need you to tell her that she's not crazy and that she is connecting. I was like, okay, that is what I will do. Does that make sense?
That's awesome. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, good stuff. Now, the card that popped out for you is the Ghostland card. Now, I know it sounds so creepy, Ghostland card. What the heck does that mean? But it's interesting because so I don't know if you heard the last caller, but she needed to deal with things that were supposedly her truths, but she's trying to decide if they are. And I actually feel like that kind of message with the Ghostland card resonates with you as well. I feel like your past has been like, I keep wanting to say you're almost like you're two-footed in two different planes. Like, it's like you have all these goals and desires and you're like, oh yeah, I totally can do this and I want to move forward and I know that this is going to be great. But then your other foot kind of drags on. It's like, yeah, but you weren't successful in the past and these are the things that you were taught as true. Like, do you feel kind of like you're split a little right now?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you kind of about the same things. And the thing that is really exciting about our reality and how we live is it is 100%, I'm going to say 100% with conviction, 100% up to you and your desires. Again, our desires are given to us by the divine and by the universe. So if the universe is giving you these desires, they're given to you for a reason. The one that, do you, I don't know if you wear a lot of bracelets or if you're doing something with bracelets, but I keep seeing beaded stuff with you. Does that make sense?
Yes, I actually just started my own jewelry business.
Yay! Oh my gosh, I am so excited for you, Cynthia. I love jewelry, so if you can go to my Facebook page and message me, I want to go look at yours. Do you have a Facebook page or a website showing your products?
Not yet. I'm just starting it, but I definitely will for sure.
Yes, please, because if you ask my husband, he will tell me I have too many, but I have all of these. He's really good about it, but I have all of these bracelets and I love them. So if I know anybody that's starting a business doing it, I try to support them as much as I can. So definitely shoot me when it's up and running, do that. But I think this is really good for you. Like, it's not even a think. I am so excited. I'm so pumped for you. And the one thing I want to remind you is just because there's a lot of people in your industry, that doesn't mean that you don't have something awesome and beautiful to offer. The other thing I want to remind you is when you are making your jewelry and all of a sudden you feel fear creep in where you're like, oh my God, I don't know why I'm starting this. Like, if financially, is this the smart thing to do? I want you to step away from your jewelry making. And I want you to get into the frame of mind that I am being directly, divinely guided for which jewelry to make and how to make it. And the reason why is if you put fear into the energy of the creation that you are making, people are going to pick up on that, and that's going to hold your business back. So anytime you are making anything, do it with love and be like, I don't know who is going to take this bracelet, but I know whoever gets it, they're going to love it. They're going to wear it all the time. It's going to be helpful. It's just going to rock. So then when you keep putting that loving and service-oriented energy into your jewelry, that's how people are going to get attracted to you. So let go of the fear.
Absolutely.
And let go of the past. Okay? So, and it's interesting too, because I keep wanting to say, like, you deal a lot with, I don't want to say self-worth, but I want to say success, like beliefs surrounding success from your past. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So again, what you want to do is not stuff those feelings down. You need to pick them up. You need to really dig deep and be like, okay, why am I feeling like this? Or what am I feeling? Oh, cool. I feel this icky thought. I feel this kind of grungy thought. Why am I feeling like this? Oh, because that person told me I would never be successful. This person told me I would never be smart enough to be able to launch my own thing. And maybe not directly, but with those words, but by actions and their words make you self-doubt. So so when that happens, you kind of dig it up, you look at it, and it's like, you know what? I understand that is your fear for my benefit, and I understand that, but I choose not to believe that fear, and I choose to release it, and I choose to heal the part of me that accepted that as truth. So then once you release it and send it on its way, you're actually making more room in your energetic bubble for blessings, for miracles, for more fun. And Oh my God. I want to tell you, when you're ready, I want you to look at like a jewelry making class, or like having people come in and making like Malala beads or mala beads. I always say it wrong, but I'm like, you should hold like little events where all of you like get together and start making jewelry together. I think the energy behind that would be really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Does that resonate with you?
It does. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Do you have any questions or anything that I can help you with today as well?
You know what? My question was, I wanted to know if my jewelry business was going to be successful and if I was on the right path, and you already answered that.
That's awesome. I am so excited. I really think, and it's interesting. Like, I want to say, like, start small, but start as big as you are comfortable with, right? So when you're like, okay, make a goal. Be like, hey, universe, I want to sell, I don't know, $500 worth of jewelry this month, right? And then just know and believe that you can do that. And then, or like pick whatever number works for you, but you have to be able, I have to be honest, I'm learning a lot of these theories behind the flow of money and attraction manifestation from not only Gabrielle Bernstein, but also Amanda Francis, two amazing ladies who believe it, who not only resonate with me really strongly, but they are like manifesting queens. Amanda Francis actually calls herself that. So she's the one that has taught me a lot of the mentality of what you can get behind. And if you can believe that you can definitely be comfortable with making X amount, have that as your goal and be like, universe, I don't know how this is going to come to, I don't know how 100% how this is going to happen, but I know that we're going to do this together. And I know that I'm supported. I know, and I trust that I've been given this number or this purpose for a reason. Does that all make sense to you?
Absolutely.
Yay! I'm so excited. Yay! That's awesome. Well, Cynthia, thank you so much for joining me this evening. It's been wonderful chatting with you. I loved it.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. All right, well, I still have a few minutes. But honestly, like sometimes you just answer those questions and you're bang on, and Spirit's like, all right, you're good to go. So what I'm going to do, so I still have some time left, and I'm never going to leave dead air as long as I possibly can. Plus, I like to talk, right? Never a shortage of that. Okay, I'm going to give you guys all I love how Spirit works. Okay, I've been doing this for 5 years full time, and it still blows my mind how amazing and how accurate energy and Spirit is. So we were talking about the full moon, and we were talking about winter solstice. So look at the card I pulled. All right, moonlight. So, this is an excellent, so the winter solstice is December 21st. Winter solstice is December 21st. What's really cool is what I found out is that winter solstice, no matter where you are in the world, will happen at the exact same time. So, Christmas Day for us in Western, like in Canada anyways, is like happening, and in Australia it's already Boxing Day, right? So but it doesn't follow calendar times. It's just the exact same moment. So there is a ton of power behind it. It is an excellent, and then the full moon is the following day, right? So make sure you guys sage, clear, whether it's physical stuff, people, thoughts, emotions, beliefs. I truly believe that's why April and Cynthia had messages about clearing out and letting go of beliefs that no longer serve them, right? So full moons are amazing, but it's so exciting to have it on a winter solstice. I'm going to have a big bonfire with some friends. Really cool time to write beliefs of what did not serve you this year, and then burn it away into the universe, and then write in what's going to happen this year, which is for your greatest and highest good, and then burn it away to the universe. So enjoy winter solstice. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Excellent full moon. Love and light to all of you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.